Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because during the day you have the algorithms and the day traders battling it out, moving the price around. Excuse me, I consider it mainly noise. At the end of the day, in the last hour, and in particular in the last few minutes, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms. They're dealing with the most money, very smart people, best information, best technology. I consider the closing prices to be the most valid prices of the day, and therefore, if they're the most valid prices of the day, those are the prices that I want to make my buying and selling decisions from. So it's pretty simple, and I believe by following what the large financial institutions do at the end of the day will provide you with a long-term edge in your trading, and that is what we are all looking for. So thank you all for coming today. It's nice to see everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful trading day. Appreciate you being here. I hope by investing your time here each day that it is helping you with your trading and your investing. So currently the Dow is down 167 points, down 0.46%. The NASDAQ down 102 points, down 0.64%, and the S&P is also down 20 points, down 0.43%. So it's been kind of a volatile day. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. We've had a big run up, a little bit of a pullback could be definitely is not a surprise and is expected. So here's the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current swing positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them moving forward. After that, I did have some day trades today that I'm going to share with you. After that, we are going to talk about, we're going to go over to the board, and we're going to take a look at my students' current positions, and we're going to see where they bought their positions, why they bought their positions, and how they are performing. After that, we are going to talk about Traitor Psychology, most important skill you can ever learn in trading, the ability to create a plan and follow it. That's why I do like to spend at least a few minutes every day talking about that, because it is so important. And my hope is one day I'll say something a certain way that it will resonate with you and it will stick with you. And so that's my goal in doing that. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames to put the odds in my favor as far as the most likely way to have a profitable trade. And in my experience, it is looking for the confluences and combination of indicators on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1, based upon support below me and likely resistance above me. And then lastly, I need to have a complete trading plan regardless of my approach, regardless of the market that I'm trading. For me, that includes the following. First, always, I have to position size based upon the market's current volatility. 2, I need to know what my maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, I need to know where my emergency stop is. 4, I need to know where my end of day stop is. 5, I need to know where my intraday profit targets are. 6, I need to know where my significant overhead resistance levels are. And 7, I need to have a complete trailing stop methodology or rules in place so that I do not give back all of my profit if I have a profitable trade, because that's the worst. And professional traders do not generally give back profits after they have had them. I think one of the most important attributes of an experienced trader is the ability to take a break-even trade. Doesn't sound like it's that big of a feat, but to me it tells me a lot. It tells me that people, their egos are okay with not making any, with not losing any, and most importantly, not letting a win turn into a loss. Okay, so Anyway, with those three criteria, I am going to go through the end of the candidates. I have some pretty decent looking ones, and I'll go through, look at the risk to rewards, look at the confluences of signals, keeping in mind correlation. I don't want to be too heavily correlated in any one market. I like to have diversification in my holdings. I like to have diversification in my time frames. That is why I trade intraday, I trade daily, I trade monthly, I trade weekly, and I also like to have different trading approaches. It helps to even things out, and then I like to have different type of positions, not just in equities. Get outside gold, silver, bonds, dollar, euro, coffee, just to get some diversification there. So I'll try to narrow it down to the very, very best trade, and if I find something that makes sense to me, then I will purchase it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. Happy to answer them. If you need clarification on anything, please let me know. Happy to clarify. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at prior to the close, if you could just please put them in the live stream. I'll do my very best to get to them before the end of the day. And then lastly, if you have any new positions today that you would like me to update on the board, my students, that is, if you could please wait till the end of the day, so I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get everything squared away. All right, I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll see you in about 40 seconds. Thanks. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. So first on deck is Steve Burns. Steve, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate you being here as always. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Steve says VIX has a 4-day pattern of higher highs and higher lows, stealthy volatility increase. So there you go. If we're in a higher high situation and a higher low situation, it means we're in an uptrend. So Steve basically saying here that the VIX, for the VIX to go up 4 days in a row is unusual, right? We know that, especially with the market going up. The market's been going up and the VIX has been going up, which is a little strange, right? But yeah, I'm with Steve. Stealthy volatility happening. Paxton says, hello, Greg and all. Good to see you, Paxton. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Tracy says, hi, everyone. Thumbs up with 6 people watching. Oh, 7 thumbs up with 6 people watching? Is that possible? I'll take it. Good to see you, Trace. There's my friend Frank. Frank, good to see you. Frank, the trading poet. Thank you, as always, Frank, for everything that you do for this channel. Really appreciate it, and I know everyone else does. I hope you're having a wonderful day. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Good to see you, David. Hope you're having a good day and the family's doing well. There's my friend Anya T. Hi, everyone. Hey, Anya, I was talking about you last night, as a matter of fact. And so we need to get together. We get that first deep dip buy lesson out of the way now that my schedule has lightened up a little bit. But I hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Kamal says, hello, traders. Good to see you, Kamal. Thank you, as always, Kamal, for everything you do for this channel. I say it every day, but I do really mean it. With the scanner and your contributions and your friendship as well. There's my friend Nigma. Good to see you, Nigma. Hello. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. There's my other good friend, Michael Wilkinson. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Leva. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel, all your contributions. There's my friend, Jonathan D. Evening, Greg and group. Hope you're having a nice evening, Jonathan. There is Karen. Good to see you, Karen. Hope you are doing well. Also, and looking forward to our lesson on Thursday. Michael Martin there. Hey, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're out there driving safe. Rod R. Hello from Austin. Good to see you, Rod. Thanks for coming today. It's the first time I think I've noticed your name, so appreciate you being here. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. There is my friend Lilia. Good to see you, Lilia. Hope you and the dogs and the The bunnies are all doing well. Steve says RBLX is a rocket ship today after earnings. Well, let's take a gander. I haven't used the word gander for a while. Boom. Wow. Up 39.6%. That is fantastic. So obviously they had good earnings. If anybody asked me if I'd be buying RBLX here, you know the answer to that already. Michael says FIVN has a big move up today, has a 520 cross. Thoughts? FIVN. Big day up, huge gap here. I don't like gaps. It triggered a fractal over here, but it didn't come from sideways motion. It came from way down to way back up. I would imagine this is probably going to run into some resistance at the 200 and the third ATR channel up here, about 172. I mean, I would say more likely than not, it's probably going to go up more than it's going to go down. But if it goes down, is it going to be a big day down? There's nothing there that I see that I like, and I don't have a 520 crossover, by the way, Mike. The 5 is still under the 20. But it's a big sign. It's a lot of purchasing. It's a lot of buying on high volume. I think long term this probably goes up, but in the short term, from a trading perspective, I don't think I would probably get involved with this here. Hey, there's my friend Ava. Good to see you, Ava. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything you do for this channel. You've become such a large part of the channel, and appreciate you, your contributions, and appreciate your friendship as always. All right, should we get to it? Let's get to it. Here we go. Amazon. Let's see. Who's in here with me? Lova and Gary. Strange that the NASDAQ is down 110 points and Amazon is up 2.545%. But I am glad. I will take it. I did buy Amazon along with Lova and Gary. Rejection of the 250-day moving average. Bought it at 33.1049. It has moved up strongly. Of course, whenever prices move up a certain amount from the previous day's close, I do take partial profits and lock them in, reduce my position size. So I've been taking profits all the way up. Here we got to our trailing stop level at 34.24. Just means that it moved 1.5 ATR value from my entry, continued up. This has been a monster trade. Hit 3 profit targets today. One at 35.23.45, one at 35.57.92, and one at 35.92.63. It's up 2.42% on the day, and this trade is up 7.36%. So not too shabby, not too shabby. Now, we did get above the 65 RSI. Whenever that happens, then my 5 EMA comes into trailing stop. So if it comes into play. So essentially, now that I've gone above 65 RSI, if I close below the 5 EMA, I will exit the position. Ideally, I want to see this reject the 70, obviously at higher levels, get rid of half there. And then after rejecting the 75, a close below the previous day's low, I'll get out of the entire position. But this has been a monster trade. Very, very happy with that. SPY. Of course, I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. And good thing I got out the open. I bought yesterday at the close 468.93, got out at 468.35 for a little overnight gap. So grateful for that. Twitter. I did buy Twitter yesterday with Lova, Jonathan, Frank, Karen, Dynamic Duo, and Kamal. Kamal got in at 53.30 today. I like the sideways motion. I like the V2. Here's day 1, 2, 3. 2 washes out 1, 3 closes above 1. Bought it at 54.10. Initially moved right on up nicely. It is down 1% today, but it is holding my end of day stop, which is halfway of the washout bar, 53.40. So it is down on the trade and it is down on the day about 1%, but holding in there pretty good considering. Oh, I guess I should have done day trades. Well, let me show you the day trade, then we'll look at the swing trade just so we can. All right, here we go. So I did have a trade on Facebook on the 5-minute, under 30, over 30, bought here at 335.25. Next bar went up like a rocket ship. got out at 336.43 for a nice profit. Then it moved sideways for a long time. Then it broke up to a new high. I sold another half of a half at 336.61. Then we went above 50, below 50, got out at 335.87, and I was talking to you earlier about getting out at break even, and that's what I did here on this last portion. So bring this into focus a little bit. It was a nice trade, under 30, over 30, got in at 335.25, got out at 335.87, got out at 336.43, got out at 336.61 in the last portion at break even. So nice profitable day trades on Facebook. And then on the swing trade, this has also been a good trade. Lova, David, Ava, Karen, Jonathan, and myself, we did get in with the under 200, over 200, got in at 323.52, just moved up nicely. We moved 1.5 ATRs trailing stop level from entry. Then yesterday we had a close below the previous day's low. I got out of half, which seemed like it was a pretty good idea so far. It is down 0.69% today on the day, but as far as the trade goes, it's up 3.71%. Pretty good. Pretty good. Apple. All right. These trades are nothing to write home about. I bought these right before the beginning of the podcast. I like this. I like the breakout here. We have a fractal. We have an under 200, over 200. Bought this at 150.88, and when it moved up, the podcast was going to start, and I just got out back at break even. So completely boring, completely break even trade. And then VIX, I am in VIX currently. No, excuse me, I'm out of VIX. I love this this setup: return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, and a V1. I was expecting good things from this trade. We still might have it, but I don't have it. I was in at 21.40. Then this bar got me out for a loss at 21.34. But now it's taken off like gangbusters, it looks like. And then I also have a swing trade on VIX. Bacon Bandit, Karen, and I did buy VIX under 30, over 30. Bought this down here at 20.22. It's 21.49. Two profit targets, up 3.12% on the day, and on the trade up 6.05%. So I'm very happy with the little VIX trade there. Okay, so all in all, not too bad. Amazon's doing well. Overnight SPY trade was good. Twitter's a little loser today, but and then Facebook a little bit of a loser, but up on the trade. Had the break-even trade on Apple, and then VIX, the swing trade, is doing really nice. So grateful for all that. Steve says, I didn't take the MNDY 520 EMA cross because earnings are tomorrow before the bell, and one day didn't seem like a good holding period. That was a mistake based on MNDY. Oh, let's see. MNDY. Ah, shoot, Steve. I remember you asking about this yesterday, and then we talked about earnings. Oh, buddy. That happens to all of us, doesn't it? Steve says, FIVN has a 1-to-3 risk-to-reward ratio with a 36% win rate. Tracy Hall says, how's the back test on NEM, Steve? Dan gives a peace sign and bunches of thumbs up. Appreciate that, bud. Really do. Okay. Let's take a look at some of your trades, shall we? Here we go. Dynamic Duo and Ava, but Marsh and McLennan. Yesterday, 520 crossover, bought at 164 even. It's 164.57. It's up 0.35% today and up on the day. So congratulations, Dynamic Duo and Ava. Melly. Ava, what a trade. I like the move here. I like the move up, back down, bounce, right at the 200. I've been noticing Ava's been doing that a lot lately and very successfully, trusting that the moving average will hold, and she bought it here at 1610. It's 1,711 cents. It's up 3.4% on the day and 5.34% on the trade. Just excellent, Ava. Just unbelievable. I'm so proud of you. Love a 520 crossover here at on the 1st of November at 572.70. It's 1618. It's up 1.17% on a down day. Outstanding, up 7.19%, everybody. Love it. You have just come so far, man. I'm so proud of you. Bacon Bandit. Intraday rejection of 250-day moving average, and that was the exact spot. Bought at 1984. It's 2220. It's down 0.22% today on the day, but up 10.54% on the week. So way to go, Bacon. CRL. Steve, nice trade on Charles River, under 30, over 30. Bought this at 375.44. It's 381.86. It's up 2.14% on the day and about the same on the trade. ALKS. Ooh, I'm glad Leva got out of this. I didn't take that off, but Leva got out yesterday. Way to go, following your rules. Michael Martin did buy Zoom. Mike, if you're out there and you want to fill me in on here if there's any changes, but there was a triple bottom bullish divergence. The trigger was an under 30, over 30, bought at 256.74. Had a huge move up here. Not sure if Mike took some profits, but I think he probably did. Right back down almost to break even, down 0.54% on the day, but still up on the trade, unless Mike did phase out or something like that, which I'm sure he probably did. Otis Leva, another great trade, higher low V2, 81.78. It's 83.44. It's up 1.46% today and also up 1.91% on the trade. Hood, Robinhood, Karen and Steve did buy Robinhood. Nice little sideways motion here, under 30, over 30, good risk to reward. Bought at 34.97. It's 36.92. It is down 2.82% today. But the good news on the trade is that it is up 5.15%. So way to go there. All right, here we go. BIIB. Michael Martin bought BIIB with an under 30, over 30 here at 269.90. It's 269.43. Was in the money at some point. Hopefully some profits were taken, but it is down on the day, and now it is slightly down on the trade. FVRR, Steve and Karen bought FVRR under 30, over 30. Bought this at 159.11. It's 161.56. It's up 0.66% today on the day and more than that on the trade. Cisco, we have Dynamic Duo and Leva buying Cisco with the higher low V1 at 55.65. It is 57.53. It's up 0.93% today on the day and on the trade up 3.22%. DT was bought by Ava back here on the 3rd of September at November, 75.40. It's currently 75.97. Ava sold half here, which I'm glad because it's lower than that. So down on the day, but up on the trade for Ava. Boeing, Dynamic Duo, David Kamal did buy Boeing, nailed the bottom here with the rejection of the negative third ATR channel and an under 30, over 30. Bought at 206.50. Kamal bought at 206, and this has moved up nicely. It's down 0.88% on the day. However, it is up 6.56% on the trade. Here is XLU. We have Bacon Bandit buying XLU with this higher low intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average at 65.08. It's 66.60. It's up 0.45% today, and it is up 2.3% on the trade. Roku, we have Karen, Steve, and Kamal. Kamal got in here, bought a day trade at 276.50. It's 279.56. So that's up nicely for Kamal, and also up for Steve and Karen. And then lastly, Tell which of course is Frank. What a great trade here. Frank's had a monster return to value, V1 entry 337. Looked like a great risk to reward ratio. It is down 1.74% today, but this trade up 25.28%. Way to go, Frank. Let's give Frank a hand. That's the big trade for sure. Okay. Steve says the NEM 520 crossover negative expectancy, Tracy. And Tracy says thank you. All right, let's do another little check real quick before we get on to Traitor Psychology. Amazon under 250, over 250. It's been a monster trade. 3 profit targets today. It's above it got above 65 RSI, so the 5 EMA trailing stop comes into play. But doesn't look like I'm going to have to change anything around at Amazon today. SPY, be buying the SPY again at the close for the overnight SPY trade. Twitter, this could be something I have to look at today. It depends how we close. I bought it yesterday with the V2. Currently, it is holding my stop of halfway of yesterday's 2 days ago's washout bar, 53.40. It's 53.48. If this closes below 53.40, I'm going to have to go ahead, just lock in profit or lock in a loss on this, and that's just how it goes. I actually better cancel all those Twitter orders so I can do that properly and without any nonsense. Okay. Did you like that one, Kamal? Okay. And VIXI's doing great, off the highs, but still doing great. All right. So listen, before we get to today's trading poem from Frank, I do want to talk a little bit, spend a few minutes to talk about Traitor Psychology. I say it every day. I'm sure it gets annoying. It's somewhat annoying to say it every day on my end, honestly, but I do it with love. It's very important. The most important skill you can ever develop in trading is the ability to create a plan and follow it without letting your emotions get involved and getting you off your game and messing up your process and doing something that you shouldn't do, whether it's taking profits too early, taking them too late, not adhering to your stop loss. We all know the drill, right? We need to create a plan. We need to follow it. If you want to be a long-term profitable trader, everybody, you're just going to have to do it. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it takes. You know, hire a group of people to stand around you with cattle prods, and if you do something wrong, you get the point, right? It doesn't matter. Talk to your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, whatever it takes to make you follow your plan. That's what's most important. If you're not able to do it yourself, then find a way around, find a workaround, find something to be accountable to. But if you do, if you're passionate about trading, if you really do want to learn how to trade, more importantly, if you really do want to be a long-term profitable trader, you need that. You need it. So if you're struggling with that, how about we get things in order and we work on that? Okay, is that enough preaching? Okay, so I do like to talk about Traitor Psychology for the reasons I just mentioned. It's super important. One of my favorite channels out there is Money Trade Edge, Better Thinking, Better Trading. You can follow him on Twitter at Money Trade Edge, Better Thinking, Better Trading. In trading, your mind is your greatest enemy or your greatest friend. I always like his posts because they're short, to the point, and they're full of wisdom. It's true. In your trading, your mind can be your greatest enemy or it can be your greatest friend. It would be your greatest enemy if you're not following your plan, if you're being impulsive, if you're shooting from the hip, if you're taking profits too early, if you're not adhering to your stop losses. That's when it becomes your greatest enemy. But if you can train your mind to follow your plan, that's when it can be your friend. So you have your mind up there in your head, and it can either do wonderful things for you or it can ruin your life. So as far as trading goes, and other things too, obviously, right? But just remember, I talked earlier in the month, we talked about it being November. Hey, how about in November you do everything exactly to plan. Get yourself in a habit. It takes about 28 to 30 days to create a habit, a good one or a bad one. It's the 9th of November. Listen, even if you've had some flubs or maybe you fell off the wagon earlier, hey, we still have the rest of the month. Let's just go ahead and trade the way we're supposed to. Get those pathways wired in our heads so that we follow our plan. We get out when we're supposed to, either to the upside or the downside. We position size correctly. All the things we talk about. But for the rest of the month, do it every day. And that way you'll have a positive habit in your head. And that will be your greatest friend compared to having a negative habit in your friend, a bad habit, which would be your greatest enemy. So pretty simple. In trading, your mind is your greatest enemy or your greatest friend. You know, doing some meditation, doing some contemplative thinking about your trading, and be honest and open with yourself about mistakes you're making and how to improve them. So thank you, Money Trade Edge. Appreciate that. That was helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for everyone else as well. All right, here comes today's poem. I'm excited. I'm always excited for Frank's poems. Let me paste this over here. Let me get a quick drink of water. Okay. Just an aside. You know, you go to Las Vegas, you have a couple drinks, you gamble. Obviously, that's what they want you to do. I have never traded drunk. I don't know how that would be. I'm not recommending it, but it was just a thought that came to my head. They want you to do that in the casino. Imagine if you did that while you were actually trading. Today's poem. Don't be a trader with more dollars than cents. Too big a position can put your back to the fence. A big loss can leave you damaged and spent. Adjusting for risk is a trader's best defense. As always, everything Frank says in this poem is 100% true, and he made it rhyme. Don't be a trader with more dollars than cents. Too big a position can put you back to the fence. A big loss can leave you damaged and spent. Adjusting for risk is a trader's best defense. It's so true. Too big of a position is a horrible thing. It amplifies your emotions. It gets you off your game and makes you break it, and can make you break your process. So yes, too big of a position can put you back to the fence. A big loss can leave you damaged and spent. 100% it can. You get hit by a car, you're going to be feeling it for a while. You take a big loss, you are also going to be feeling it for a while, and it can affect your psychology and your self-respect and your self-confidence, and it all plays into it. Adjusting for risk is a trader's best defense. I agree. Again, you have two decisions that you have control over in trading. How big is your position size? When are you entering? After that, completely out of your hands. Thank you, Frank. Is that just the best ever? Dan says, I dig it, Frank. I like that. Can we bring that back? Can we bring back I dig it? I'm going to start. John says car has a 520 crossover. Well, let me see if I dig it. Yes, it does. It definitely does. I don't know if that back tests well. Let me see if I can pull that up and try. Nope, I cannot back test that. I don't know if anyone has the ability to do that. Honestly, we've moved pretty strongly up from the bottom to the top to make that 520 crossover happen. I've just noticed over time, for me anyway, in my experience, the best crossovers happen when you have sideways motion and then you have a cross, because sideways motion leads to trends. This already looks like a trend. I don't like to take 520 crossovers or crossovers when they're already trends. I mean, of course it can still going. It can still go, but we have the previous resistance over here. So just my take on it. Yes, it has a 520 crossover. I can't back test it, but okay. Wiener Dog says, another great one, Frank. Thank you. I 100% agree. Gary is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Nice job on the Amazon trade. And England says, I think it's about time that you copyright your poems, Frank. Yeah, I think it's time that he comes out with a book of trading poems. I mean, I know it's going to be a success. I just know it. I have everyone ever pasted, and I'm sure Frank does as well. All right, what do we have? 136. Should we get cooking? All right. I don't have a ton of options today, but here's generic holdings, GNRC. Now, earlier in the day, I thought this may reverse back up and create a V1. It doesn't look like it's going to, but it's a beautiful above value in an uptrend that came back into the value zone, found some support, 1, 2, 3 days sideways. Now we have a big washout to the day 2 bar is washing out day 1. It's also washing out the low of the range. Tomorrow, if we have an up day and get above day 1's close, we'll have a beautiful uptrend, return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, and a V2, excuse me, to the upside. I would like that very, very much. It's not doing it today, so it is not in play at the moment, but I am going to keep this up here so I can look at it tomorrow because I like this formation. It's not triggered yet, but it's a possibility it could tomorrow. Duke Energy. Okay, so uptrend in the value zone, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, did not create the V2. This is a V2. Let's see, close 101.68 is day 1's close there. So let me put that up there, 101.68, and we're 101.63. It's a little messy, honestly. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly looks good. We're holding halfway of the big up bar. So on the weekly, I like it. It's in the value zone. It is up on a down day, has enough volume, but right now it would need to close above day 1's close in order to be considered a valid V2. So I don't see that yet. Band, well, we're above the value zone. We came into the value zone. We made a lower high, but then we washed out the first low. Remember that, Lova? Right? And we did wash it out, and it is a V1. Here is day 1. Here is day 2. 2 washes out 1, closing above day 1's close. Let me see, though, if we rejected the 50 RSI, because if it did and I was in the trade, I'd be taking half off. 48.45, rejected the 20 EMA. Let's look at the weekly. No, weekly has the 200 above it. That's going to act as resistance. So I'm going to take band off of the plate. Charter Communications. Well, yesterday we had a close under, then a close back over on Charter Communications. We have come back down. It's a higher low intraday rejection of the 200. Offers a good risk to reward ratio. It is up on a down day, obviously. Let's see. We're at down 158. Okay. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has support of the 50. So I do like it. Here's Philip Morris. Philip Morris earlier in the day had a close under back over to the 200-day moving average. Currently it's under the 200, so I'm going to take that one off. And then Wall. This is pretty strong. I mean, it's definitely pretty strong. We above the value zone, held 1 day sideways, 2 day sideways. And here's our trigger. Here's our V1 trigger. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is right at about halfway of this big down bar. I mean, a little bit above it. But we're above the second ATR channel. Things concern me up there. I mean, this is legitimate, but I like to look at the the daily and the weekly as well. It's a nice setup, no doubt about it. A little light on the volume, though. Philip Morris, possibility if it closes over the 200. But yeah, I think Wall looks really good, but I think I'm going to pass because of the weekly. Band, I don't like the rejection of the 20 there. So my two favorites at the moment are Charter and Philip Morris if it gets above the 200, which it looks like it is now. So Charter and PM are my two favorites at the moment. Okay. I can get rid of Apple. I don't have Apple. So I'm just going to have to wait this one out, see what happens, see if it closes above the 200-day moving average. And see if Philip Morris closes above the 200-day moving average, which currently it is. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me, excuse me. So Amazon looks good, no change there. SPY, of course, buying SPY. My gosh, what's happening? Twitter holding my end of day stop at least momentarily. VIX doing fine, no change there. Although we didn't reject the 50, did we? I don't think so. It's possible. No. 45 something. So Charter, Philip Morris, what I'm looking at. I do kind of like Philip Morris's. I like the false breakout to the downside. I like the under 200, over 200, and the V1. I would say probably Philip Morris is my favorite being down on a day like that. But Charter is good. I may go half and half on that. Oh, that's rude. You guys see PayPal? My gosh, look at that. Down 11.13% on earnings today. It is off of the low, but goodness me. Frank says, thank you, Greg, Dan, Kamal, Jonathan, Paxton, Wienerdog, Enigma. Tracy says, hey, what do you think of Jets? New York Jets, I like them. It's a decent risk to reward ratio here, but we are above the third ATR channel, Tracy. So just as a general rule, that's a little too steep for my blood, but it does offer a good risk to reward ratio there. If you're going to take something that high, that would be the one to take. I'm not saying to take it, obviously. It's too high for me, honestly. We realize the RSI value are high. How does that one backtest on the 200? I don't know. Let's take a look. Does not backtest well. It backtests negatively. Here we go. I'm using this by permission from etfreplay.com. It's a great site where I do my backtesting. But you can see I put in here Jets 200-day moving average, simple moving average, ran the backtest, and it does backtest negatively. So it has a negative expectancy. So, you know, that's a bit concerning. right, so what I do have to keep my eye on here is Twitter. If it can close above 53.40, currently it is, so if it does, I'll keep it, remain bullish. Charter makes sense, higher low rejection of the 200, and on the weekly, thing is, we had the big down bar on the weekly, we rejected half of it, so right there, I'm going to take Charter off of my potential list, and Philip Morris probably looks the best to me currently with the V1 false breakout to the downside, under over 200-day moving average. All right. All right. Ava says NCLH 200 SMA retest. All right, this is Norwegian Cruise Lines. Yes, we do. I like it. It's a more reasonable value here. Not third ATR channel, it rejected. So that does make sense from a risk to reward ratio. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly, we had the big up bar. We've come back down. We've held halfway. I do like that as well. That is definitely decent. That's definitely a decent setup there, Ava. George says, Greg, could you check PSX 200 SMA 200 MA cross V1 in the value zone sideways motion? Oh, that looks good, or sounds good. All right, let's check it out. PSX. Hopefully I have it. PSX. Gosh darn it, I don't have it. I don't have it, you can see. Shucks. So, it is technically a higher low V1. We're still stuck in this big down bar here. It is up on increased volume. I think it gives a good risk to reward ratio. Let's look at the weekly. Again, we have the big down bar. We're at halfway. Just me in particular, that would keep me away from the trade. But I like it on the daily. I just don't like it so much on the weekly with the big down bar, and we're stuck right at halfway. So that's what would keep me around. And really, it kind of has lost respect for the 200. We went above, below, above, below, 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 above. So you can see it didn't really respect it. If it respected it, would have come down, hit it, bounced off. So it kind of has lost respect for this. Just based upon the weekly, I wouldn't take it where it is with the big down bar. That's just me. Twitter barely holding on. Charter Communications bounced like a champion. Okay. All right, we have about 9 minutes to go. So it looks like as long as Philip Morris stays above 200, that will be my entry for today. Other option was Charter with a higher low balance of the 200-day moving average. But a couple weeks ago we had the big down move. We got stuck at halfway. So, all right. So Philip Morris it is. A lot of green over on the board for the Dow, for everything being down so much. I mean, my gosh, Dow Jones down 146, Nas down 105, S&P down 19. So a lot of green over here. My gosh, you would think it was an up day. Let me get everything lined up here. Okay. Twitter, is it holding barely? Johnson, good to see you, Johnson. Johnson says Fiverr has earnings before open, I think. Heads up to folks who have Fiverr. Thank you for that. So earnings tomorrow. And I do want to thank Ava yesterday. The trigger did not, I was looking for an under 250, over 50. It untriggered, so I wouldn't have bought it anyway. But Ava reminded me that PayPal had earnings and their correlated positions. And it looks like Square did get a little of the after effect of PayPal's earnings. But anyway, I was glad that Ava had my back there and reminded me of that. Appreciate you, Ava. And yeah, glad I did not buy Square yesterday, but I would not have anyway because it closed below the 250. But still, something to keep in mind. You know, if you're in a stock and a competitor that's in the same industry is going to have earnings, most likely it's going to affect it, like Coke or Pepsi, right? That's rude. So Steve did exit Fiverr for a 1.24% gain today, as earnings are tomorrow, and it had a bearish tweezer top candlestick. Okay, good to know. So Steve is out of Fiverr with a gain. Way to go, buddy. So I will be buying SPY here. Let's see, is Philip Morris holding the 200? I guess it is. So let's go ahead and I'm going to buy Philip Morris. Okay, I did buy that. Twitter, are you holding for me, bud? Twitter looks like it's holding. So I did just buy Philip Morris. With the false breakout, the downside V1, close under, close back over to 200. Good risk to reward ratio right there. My goodness. Gold having a good day. I have that on the weekly. Bonds on the monthly having a nice day as well. And then Goldman Sachs on the weekly short position, that is down today, and that's positive as well. So that's all goody good. All right, we have about 2 minutes to go. I did buy Philip Morris. Twitter seems like it's holding, so that's good. Amazon, huge day today. I'm very grateful for that. All right, we have about 40 seconds to go. That's the bell. All right, let's see where I got filled on all this good stuff. Overnight SPY trade at 467.38. Philip Morris at 93.56. All right, so Philip Morris got filled at 93.66. Okay, and SPY at 467.38 for the overnight SPY trade. So that's that. Did not have to get out of anything today. Twitter held. All right, so in SPY at 467.38, in Philip Morris under 200, over 200. False breakout to the downside and a V1. That's my entry there at 93.66. So if any of my students have any new positions today that they would like me to update on the board, this is the time. Go ahead, put them in the live stream. And I will get to those momentarily. Before I do, I just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I believe I'm a good teacher. I know I teach a great course where I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use and I have used over the last 25 years. I teach you step by step so you really know how to use them. I question you relentlessly. I make you repeat things a million times because it's very important to me that my students succeed. It is super, super important for me, for my brand, and I care about people. I want people to do well in trading, and that's why I do what I do, and that's why I teach the course. And the course is one-on-one. I just think it's the best way to learn anything is one-on-one with your mentor or your teacher. And the course does cost $1,750, but I promise you it is worth every penny, and you are going to be a better trader. So if you're interested in maybe starting this process and maybe taking these one-on-one courses with me, just send me an email. Email's in the link of this description, in the description of this YouTube video, the one we're watching now. Just send me an email. Say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I will say, great. If you have time, let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is not a sales call. I promise you that. I just want to learn more about you, your trading, understand your experience, know about your trading challenges, your trading goals, and then it's also a good time for you to ask me any questions you have about the course in general. And when we're done with the call, think about it as long as you want. And then if you decide one day, today's the day, I want to be a better trader, you have my contact information. We've already spoke. Just send me an email. We'll get it scheduled and away we will go. Secondly, I have a great online video course at udemy.com. The link is in the description of this video, this YouTube video. And that course, I have gotten so much good feedback from around the world. I think it's like 4.8 out of 5 on the stars. It's a great course and it's super affordable. I teach you step by step how to trade the deep dip buy stock trading strategy, same strategy that we used to get into this great Amazon trade. The course is 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos. It's 15 study guides. It has a lot of content, and the best part, it only costs like 12 or 15 bucks on Udemy. So, you know, if financially, if you're not in a position to be able to do the one-on-ones, taking that course to start with would be an excellent place to start. That's really what I suggest to people. So the link's in the description of this video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here so they can get out and share it with more people. And there's a lot of people out there that could use some help with trading and learn some good fundamental trading principles. And I think if we got them to this YouTube channel, it would help do that for them. So you can help me help them by hitting the thumbs up button before you cruise on out of here and get on with your day. So, all right, let's see what we have going on here. Okay, Steve exited Fiverr. Okay, I'll take Steve off of that. Good trade, Steve. Kamal is out of Snap. Where's our snappers at? Did I delete Snap by some? Oh, that was okay. All right. Gotcha, Kamal. In Lemonade. Oh, I haven't seen that for a while. Kamal is in Lemonade at 62.31. So good entry there, Kamal. 62.31. Is that what we said? Yeah. All right. And I think you have Twitter. Yep. Wait a minute. Yeah, Kamal at 53.30. Have that. And Roku at 276.50. Yes, got you. Mike is out of half of Facebook. All right, so we're down to 1/4. Nigma says Tesla dropped a lot today. I saw that. Was it down 10%? Oh, 11.92. Well, for you Tesla people, it's coming back into the value zone. I would imagine Tesla's going to go down to here. Whenever you have a larger than 1 ATR bar that comes into the value zone from above, it usually 70% of the time gets down to that lower Keltner channel. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but just an observation. Wiener Dog says, out of Fiverr. Thanks for chatting with us, Karen. All right, so Karen is also out of Fiverr. Okay, so Fiverr's off the board, and then we have a PMer. All right. All right, Karen. Got you squared away there. Frank says, Steve, don't tell Greg, but it's fun hearing the old classic candlestick patterns. I don't mind hearing about them, but when I look at candlestick patterns, my head explodes. And that's probably how people who trade candlestick patterns and then look at bar charts feel. So I feel your pain, everybody. All right. Here we have Gary with PM. Tracy Hall is in PM as well. Dynamic Duo and out of BA. Okay. Nice profitable trade there. Lilia is in PM. Good to see you, Lilia. All right. So we'll put Lilia on here. Okay. And Jonathan is also in PM. All right, good, done and done. All right, anyone else have any other updates for me? Let's see what's happening after hours. Dow Jones, down. Facebook, unchanged. Gold, a little down. Goldman Sachs, down. That's good. IWM, down. Philip Morris, unchanged. PayPal, down. Q's, down. SPY, down. Bonds up. Twitter up. And VIX, who knows? Down a penny. Tracy says, thanks for everything today, all. Thank you, Tracy. So listen, if anybody has anything else they would like to contribute in the live stream, go ahead and do it. Questions, if you need clarification, if you want to look at a stock symbol, anything I can do for you, that's why I'm here. Just go ahead, put them in. While you're thinking about that or typing that, I do want to just go over this real quick. This is from Martin Kornfeld. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is something that I try to incorporate in my life every day, and I think it has been a definite net positive and just something you might want to consider for you as well. But just going out and doing one nice thing for another human being today makes you feel good too, and it makes the other person feel good, and it doesn't have to cost money. It can just be something, hold the door, be pleasant, have a nice conversation, compliment them on how they look, whatever, right? It's just one nice thing. And if you could also go do that for an animal, just, if you have a dog, take him on a walk, give him a little treat, scratch the neck of your cat, just say some kind words. They appreciate it, I promise you. I was raised with many, many animals, and I know they do, just like humans, right? We're not that different. So if you could do one nice thing for an animal, one nice thing for a human today, maybe one day when you need it, someone will be there for you as well, and it just makes the world a better place. Mike says, thank you for everything, Greg. Thank you, bud. And hey, I will call you and we'll talk about scheduling for our class on selling puts. All right, looking forward to that. Looking forward to teaching you that as well, Mike. So I'm teaching tonight someone that has never traded before ever. How about that? You know, you assume they're going to look at the bars and know what it is. So we're going to start from really scratch, just get down to the basics. But I like having new students that have not really traded before. They're a blank slate. And they're going to learn things the proper way from the beginning. They're not going to have 5 or 10 years of bad habits that I have to break them of, and you know what I mean? So I actually am really looking forward to that. So, but prior to that, it's kind of rainy today. If it's raining, I might just go to the gym. That seems like a lot of nonsense though. So maybe I'll just go up and deal with the rain. I don't know. What do you guys think? Ava says, thank you, Greg and everyone. Thank you so much, Ava. Thank you so much, Karen. Good to see you. Looking forward to our lesson. Really am. You did so great in that first lesson. Jonathan says, cheers. Good evening to you, Jonathan. Hope you and the family are all doing well, my friend. And looks like your trades have been doing pretty well also. All right. Let's move this guy back over here like so. All right. All right. Well, if anyone has anything else to say, let me know. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Have a great day, traders. Kamal, I sent you Seb's email, so you should have that. And I am being interviewed on a podcast next week. Should be interesting. Usually they interview MMA fighters. So MMA fighter, I am not, but I do battle every day in the octagon of the market. So maybe in a way I am. So when that's up and done, I will let you know. The host of the show said, hey, by the way, we drink and we swear. And so I don't really drink and I do swear, but not on this podcast. So I guess 1 out of 2, I'm okay. So that should be interesting. I'll have to preview that before I share it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good, be kind, drive safe. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So as a reminder to me, Greg, put the garbage down tonight. Put it down tonight. All right. I'm getting a little crazy. So have a good rest of your day, everyone. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.